Warning: this video may contain spoilers. Fanboy discretion is advised.
Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods is the first official continuation of the Dragon Ball storyline in 17 years, and it has been long overdue. The antagonist this time is Bills, the god of destruction, and he has a great breath of fresh air from previous movie villains, who up to now have all been either extremely violent or power hungry. But this guy is just completely lazy and laid back. And really that's just the start of it. The entire movie really is a lot lighter in tone than most of the sagas or other movies. Closer in turn to the original Dragon Ball rather than Dragon Ball Z. The timeline placement is about a few years after the defeat of Majin Buu. But it's still a few years before the final episodes in the epilogue. The writers of this movie really knew what they were doing. They would dig up details from all over Dragon Ball's history to put into this film, and even include a comedic subplot that completely overrides GT and makes it non-canon now. Officially, and that fact alone I'm sure will make many fans happy. And really, it seems the movie is very well aware of who the audience for this is. Because when Bills finds out the time it will take for him to get to Earth will be about 26 minutes, so that'll be just enough time to watch an episode of anime. Actually, the most entertaining parts of this was not the action sequence, as what Z is known for, but rather the build-up to it, which was pretty much pure comedy up to the very end. Even the reason a fight breaks out in the beginning is just pure Dragon Ball. Pretty much the entire first half is more of a style of the older Dragon Ball, which was just comedy. Most especially Gohan being the drunk Saiyan man and Shenron running away in fear. And ultimately the whole conflict arises because Fat Buu would not share his pudding. And Vegeta's whole reason for trying to join the fight in the beginning was because Bulma got slapped across the face. And to anyone who believes Bills isn't really that strong, Goku at Super Saiyan 3 was instantly defeated with a flick into the face, like he was a dog. That is how powerful Bills is. And then finally is the thing everyone was waiting for the whole movie. Super Saiyan God Goku, who actually I like the look of. You know, I was expecting something quite different though, against Bills. And my damn, it is one of the best looking fights I've ever seen animated. Makes me kind of wish that Kai was done this way, instead of just remastered, with how just amazing it looked. And the way it was done was expertly handled. Usually when there's a fight in Z in a populated area, they'll try to evacuate it. But this time they were fighting through it, but it was done so carefully that there was no collateral damage. Which very impressed me because I expected something to happen at any second and there never was any. The whole thing was just amazing to look at. All the animation is really top-notch quality. It ends in a way I would never expect it to. Goku loses. Not to say he hasn't lost before, but against a major enemy, that's never really happened. So I really liked how they made that work. Thematically. And even though it was a pretty conclusive ending, it still opened a room for more sequels, or a continuing story based off of that. Though whether or not that happened is entirely unknown. Now I'd be quite interested in that happening, especially if it could remain the same level of quality that this movie did the whole way through. After all, it gives Goku at least a dozen more opponents he'll have to fight and overcome, if he ever does. And even though Goku loses, Bills is still a lazy motherfucker about it. He ends up not really destroying Earth at all, and comes up with a lazy-ass excuse for it, which I found to be both brilliant and hilarious. So in the end, I'd say this is a very excellent movie. Even on its own, it's still worth watching, but if you're a fan of Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z, then I'd say definitely check it out as soon as you can, because it is just a ton of fun to watch. I mean, the animation in it was incredible, and the soundtrack fit at every moment. And all the comedy bits hit just like they should. And even the plot was as ridiculous as you expect from Dragon Ball. I mean, even the way Super Saiyan God was created was both as convenient as it was brilliant. So yeah, for me, This movie's gonna get a 10 out of 10. I recommend seeing it right away. Well, that's all for this review. If you found it helpful or have your own comments about the movie, let me know below. And I'm Jargus. Thanks you for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you next time.
It will take more than head games to stop me. You may have invaded my mind and my body, but there's one thing a Saiyan always keeps: his pride! Bingo! 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 どうしたんだ、ベジータまで。楽しいビンゴ。地球は楽しいところだよ。ご飯もおいしい。楽しいビンゴ。楽しいビンゴ。